Hey, hello guys, how are you doing today? Let me tell you that it's a pleasure for me to have classes with you again. As I was saying before, I would like to be face to face with you, but unfortunately we can't. So we are going to be working on some really interesting topics. On my previous video, you were seeing like a review about the present perfect with the simple past. Well, now we are going to be working on a different topic. This is gonna be new for you, which is the past perfect. But before, let me complete the introduction. As usual, we have here Itza, Henry Padilla Scorsia. The topic is gonna be past perfect, and as I was mentioning before, the past tenses review that actually we already did on the previous video. The objective for this class is gonna be telling stories in past. Normally, when we talk about past perfect, it's because we're gonna tell stories. So let's go ahead and let's begin with that, okay? We have here that we talk about the past perfect when we have a situation in past, but that situation took place before another situation. Both situations happened in past, however, one situation happened first. They didn't happen at the same time. That's why some people say that the past perfect is the past of the past. Is it true? Is the past of the past? Well, we're going to be working on that to see if you agree with that or not. If the past perfect is the past of the past or not. Okay, the past of the past, you may say like, hey, sorry teacher, I can't understand. Can you please repeat that again? No problem. We're gonna go ahead and we are gonna be working together so that we can resolve this situation, this question. How is it possible, the past of the past? Well, first of all, let's take a look to this example that we have here. It says, I had finished my homework when Susan arrived. How many situations we have here? We have one situation or we have two situations? Let's take a look. Okay. I had finished my homework. Yo había terminado mi tarea cuando Susan llegó. So I have two different situations. ¿Pasaron al mismo tiempo o una sucedió antes que la otra? What do you think about it? Let's think for a moment, okay? Yes, you're totally right. I had finished my homework. Esto sucedió primero. Yo había terminado mi tarea cuando Susan llegó. Ese momento en que Susan abre la puerta, llega, yo he terminado ya mi tarea. Ambas situaciones son en pasado. Yes or no? Yes. Both are in past, but one of them happened first. Una de las dos pasa primero. La que pasa primero es el pasado perfecto. So let's go ahead and let's take a look of the structure of the past perfect. Okay, the structure for the past perfect. Number one, we need a subject. Number two, we need had. Always had. The past of have. What's the past of have? Yes, the past of have is had. So the past perfect siempre va a tener had. No had, no past perfect. After had, we are going to have a verb in past participle, and then we are going to have the complement. So let's analyze the structure now. Subject, we need a subject. She had, verb in past participle. Done. Done is the past participle of, yes, you remember? Did. So we have do in past did, and in past participle done. And we are going to have a complement, many things before going to church. Ella había hecho muchas cosas antes de ir a la iglesia. Ambas son en pasado. Yes. Pero ¿qué pasó primero? había hecho muchas cosas. So, the first situation, lo que pasa primero, is the past perfect. As I was saying before, most likely it's for telling stories. So, let's take a look to this example over here. It says, we had not finished the homework when our class began. It was terrible, and the teacher was really upset because of that. So if you analyze this paragraph, you realize that the complete paragraph is in past. Todo está en pasado. But I have a question for you. All these sentences that we have here, which one happened first? ¿Qué pasó primero? Let's take a look. It was terrible. Teacher was really upset. The class began. Or we had not finished the homework. What do you think? Yes, guys, pretty easy. You have it here, you see? We had not finished the homework when our class began. No habíamos terminado la tarea cuando la clase comenzó. Fue terrible. El profesor estaba realmente molesto debido a eso. You see, even though everything is in past, there is one situation that happened first, occurred first. So, you're right, as I was saying before, we had not, or contraction, had not, contraction, hadn't finished our homework. So when you're gonna use the past perfect in negative, it's super easy. You just need to add not, and the rest is gonna be the same, no change. Look, we had not finished our homework. What about affirmative? Let's do the affirmative. If we want to change this sentence to affirmative, we are gonna say just we had finished. We had finished our homework. You see? Super easy. Affirmative, we had finished our homework. Negative, we had not finished our homework. So, no problem with the negative form. Just need to make sure to add the not. Okay, let's go ahead and let's continue here. Keywords. Remember that in English we always have keywords. Okay, you remember the keyword for present simple? Keyword for present simple? Yes, remember every day, every weekend, always, never, sometimes. For simple past, we have yesterday, 2 years ago, last weekend, last month, etc., etc., etc. From previous video, you remember present perfect? Present perfect, we have for, since, never, ever. Well, the keyword for the past perfect is after. After. Most likely, when you're mentioning some situations in past and you use after, next situation is going to have the past perfect. Let's pay attention to this example. After I had asked her to keep our conversation in secret, she told everyone about it. So you see, situation here and situation here. Situation after is gonna be in past perfect. Después que le había pedido mantener nuestra conversación en secreto, ella le dijo a todo el mundo acerca de eso. So you see, both situations were in past. Ambas sucedieron en pasado, pero una sucedió primero. So that's what you need to take into account. Which of the situations happened first? That situation is gonna have the past perfect structure. And as I was saying before, after, what you have following after is gonna be the past perfect. Let's go to the interrogative form. We have here, interrogative is gonna be very easy. You just need to exchange the subject with had. So, had you played soccer before having lunch? Yes, I had. No, I hadn't. So we have here the yes-no question. You remember why it's a yes-no question? Why? Okay, remember. Excellent. Because there isn't a WH question. Como no hay una pregunta WH, I can answer yes or no. Had you played soccer before having lunch? ¿Habías jugado fútbol antes de almorzar? Yes, I had. No, I hadn't. Maybe this person is sick. Se está sintiendo un poco mal después de almorzar y le preguntan, pero qué raro. Had you played soccer before having lunch? ¿Había jugado fútbol antes de almorzar? Yes, I had. No, I hadn't. So depending on the answer is the result or the consequence for feeling bad at that moment. So let's go ahead and let's verify here. Had she worked in this company before? ¿Había ella trabajado en esta compañía antes, en esta empresa antes? Yes, she had. No, she hadn't. You see? Yes, no question. Why yes, no question? Because we don't have a WH questions. WH questions are the ones that always require complete information. Never ever yes or no. Okay, the night I met her, remember, telling stories. I had drunk all night, and then she was in front of me. I hadn't talked to her before, but I felt nervous. I had thought many times about that moment. And, what about the and? You need to complete the and at home. Yes, that's gonna be your compromise. You need to complete the and. You need to continue the story. So, pay attention. We have here some situations in past perfect and some of them are in simple past. I had drunk all night and then she was in front of me. ¿Qué pasó primero? ¿Había tomado toda la noche o la vi frente a mí? So you need to analyze that. I hadn't talked to her before. No había hablado con ella antes, pero me sentí nervioso. What happened first? I had thought many times about that moment. Había pensado muchas veces sobre ese momento. Y, you need to continue the story. You need to continue the story using the same structure. Past perfect or simple past depending on the case. And also, I need you to please answer these questions. Had you studied here before? Had she visited you before? Had we met before? Had Peter eaten that before? Why hadn't you told me that? Where had you been? Okay, we have here 6 different questions. 2 of them is impossible to answer yes, no. En 2 de ellas no es posible responder yes or no. Which ones? Okay, let's do it together. Which ones? Yes, you're totally right. This one is impossible because it's a WH question. And this one is impossible either because it's a WH question. So remember, WH questions, it's never possible. Now guys, what is the most difficult about the past perfect? As the present perfect, you need to memorize the past participle of the verbs. Remember that irregular verbs, the past participle is different. We have here eaten. Eaten is the past participle of eat. So eat in present, ate in past, eating in past participle. Regular verbs, no problem because the past participle of the regular verbs is the same past. Study, studied, studied. But you need to take into account the irregular ones. Okay, guys, let me thank you very much. Questions? If you have any question, just please let me know and I'll be more than glad to help you out. I'm gonna give you some exercises that you're gonna complete throughout the aula virtual, and also I'm gonna assign a speaking activity so that you can participate in the forum. So guys, once again, thank you very much for your attention. Take care and I wish you had a great day. Goodbye.